They followed them home. Federal agents in Minnesota tailed community observers through city streets, not to arrest them, not to serve a warrant, but to pull up to their front doors and make sure they knew, we know where you live. The question is, how they knew. Every time you open an app, you're told the same story. Connection, community, a place to speak freely. That story still lives on the login page. But behind it, something else is running. In recent months, the Department of Homeland Security has sent hundreds of administrative subpoenas to Google, Meta, Reddit, and Discord. Not for criminal suspects, not for terror threats, for the names and personal data behind accounts that criticized ICE, or tracked where its agents were operating. Google complied, Meta complied, Reddit complied, voluntarily. Here's how it works. You post something critical of immigration enforcement. Maybe you share a location. Maybe you just comment. Maybe you make a video like this one. Your account may not even have your real name on it. The Department of Homeland Security sends a subpoena to the platform. Not a court order, an administrative request. The company looks up your account, pulls your name, your email, your phone number, and hands it over. Now you're in a federal database.
Just so you know, for a warning, we're putting you into a watch list. Before you show up.
Take a picture of this guy. We'll put him in the watch list.
You've got a video.
Hey, Dave. Oh, there's still one. Who's doing that guy back there? One more.
And the label attached to your file isn't critic. It's not concerned citizen. It's domestic terrorist. That's not speculation. A lawsuit filed by Protect Democracy alleges the Department of Homeland Security is gathering personal information on lawful observers and labeling them exactly that. People whose only act was watching federal agents do their jobs in public and recording it.
It's not illegal to record.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah, why are you taking my information down?
Because we have a nice little database.
Oh, good.
And now you're considered a domestic terrorist. So.
But social media is only one door into the system. Palantir,
I've been cautioned to be a little modest about our bombastic numbers.
the data firm founded by Peter Thiel, has received over $113 million in federal spending since January 2025. Its technology is designed to merge data across agencies, immigration records, financial data, travel patterns, into a single searchable profile. The executive order that authorized this cross-agency data sharing was signed in March 2025. Palantir is building the architecture. Then there are the cameras. Flock Safety operates license plate readers in over 5,000 communities nationwide. Its CEO calls critics people who want to, quote, normalize lawlessness. But what Flock actually sells is participation in a nationwide surveillance network, one that local police can access, and that federal agents can reach through the back door. And then there are the glasses. Meta's smart glasses can capture video and feed it into facial recognition systems. When Mark Zuckerberg's legal team wore them to a courtroom, a judge told them to take them off. But on the street, nobody tells you they're recording. Nobody asks permission. One subpoena, one database, one camera network, one pair of glasses. Any one of these has an explanation. Together, they're an infrastructure. And if you think this is somewhere else's problem, it's already here. Denver installed Flock cameras across the city. In 2024 and 2025, police nationwide accessed that data nearly 1,400 times for immigration-related searches. In one case, a Loveland officer shared Denver's camera data directly with a federal agent who ran 26 ICE-related searches in a single month. ICE arrests in the Denver metro area have increased 211%. In Durango, a federal agent grabbed an observer's phone and threw her to the ground for recording. The Colorado legislature is now pushing bipartisan bills to require warrants before police can tap into these networks. But the bills only cover one door. The subpoenas to social media companies Still flowing. The Palantir contracts? Still expanding. The platforms call it compliance. The agencies call it security. The companies that build the cameras and the databases call it innovation. But here's what none of them will say. The system doesn't need to force anyone. It doesn't need to break down doors or seize servers. It just needs companies willing to hand over the data voluntarily. And so far, that's exactly what it's getting. The observers in Minnesota were exercising a constitutional right. They were labeled domestic terrorists. The question isn't whether technology exists. It does. The question is, who gets to decide what you are based on what you said online?